Morning trading friends. Today, Tuesday, the 14th of May 2024, very important day, as I said yesterday and on all my previous videos. And it seems that maybe I have a talent to forecast the future some way. It came exactly as I was expecting. On 8 o'clock New York time, 2 o'clock European time. First we had the NFIB Business Optimism Index. So it rose to 89.7. That's are the traders or those people who are in the camp of the U.S. monetary policy hawks who want to see the Federal Reserve hold off on any interest rate cuts, meaning they favorize the rate cuts. And this is, it is not such important index, but some way a lot of traders, for what reason ever, look at this index. I don't know why. So the opinion of other people are really, it seems to be interesting to them instead of looking on NACT, cold but real and honest numbers. These people look on this emotional index, and the index, as the name is saying, that business optimism index, so rose as expected. The previous number, the forecast was at around 88, and the actual number is 89.7. You need to consider that such an index has also a lot of traps. Of course, if you ask me if I was a big company holder and see my shares are dropping, and you ask me, how do you see the business? Oh, really good. I'm expecting that we rise higher and Fed will cut the rates and so. This is just a pure emotional index, so pay no attention to that. But as you see, a lot of traders are paying attention to them, not my problem. But now we come to the very important number. The first number was the PPI MOM, that's the name of the index. So this is the producer price inflation index. The factory gate prices in the US increased 0.5% in April, because we are looking on the data of the past, not the current, following a downward revised 0.1% fall in March and much higher than forecast of 0.3%. That is the reason that a lot of traders got trapped. We can see here they have been, first of all, here in S&P as the market started to get higher because of that nonsense optimism index, and then the PPI number came out and you see here this big drop. It just took, I think, 1 second to break below 5,200. 5,200 is the very important psychological level, and a lot of orders have been generating them. A lot of stops has been wiped out, and also the sellers who started to sell immediately the S&P, they took some profit, and now currently they are bringing up S&P a little bit higher. So at this level where I generated this sell signal on demo are not the real position, but they are just to demonstrate where the positions are. Interestingly, this is the low value area of yesterday, near of the all-time highs. And From this point, the S&P starts now to reverse down. Why? Because technically seen we have very low value or low volume. Then the next reason is that we had also a pump. Maybe you have been following the crypto. The data has been very negative and the Bitcoin started to rise while Solana and Ethereum started to fall. The reason is GameStop, that very nonsense meme stock of yesterday. I think the market rose around 100% yesterday and then gapped up again 100%, so around 500% above the weekly open. The reason was nothing. The reason was just because Roaring Kitty, that was the guy 3 years ago, I think, started to spread his social media mails and memes and told everybody, fuck the hedge funds and everybody sell your GameStop, and they started. And the next reason what happened was that GameStop dropped from I think 120 or 125 to around $10. Now the stock is up from 10 to around $60, $65 now. So just because he published a Twitter yesterday that I am back, that was the only reason that a lot of retail traders, retail buyers, just normal people say, yeah, Rowan is back and I am happy he's back. Now I buy this meme stock. That's only, no fundamentals in behind of that. The problem is now with this stock, there are a lot of teenies and young people, and now like the Bitcoin moon boys, they start to dream, yeah, so we go to 1 million, GameStop will go to 1 million, and that's the big trap. Instead of taking that money to put it in the bank or aside, they take that money or they put much more money on that, because those people do not understand how trading works. This is number one, and how important the fundamental analysis is, like you're watching these videos. So the PPI number is high. Then we had today the core PPI number, that's the little brother of producer price index, estimated was 0.2 and is also 0.5. The core PPI, this is the little brother of CPI, CPI numbers, which will be released tomorrow, the big inflation number, stood steady. 2.4 forecasted are the same, and the PPI itself rose from 143 to 144. That's a big, right? For some say, hey, that's just +1. But this number, if this number rises, it is the hell on the earth. And if the number rises just 1 index point, it means now that, because a lot of people are talking there is stagflation and disinflation, that's pure bullshit. We have high inflationary times, and as I said before, and I say it again, the Fed will hike and rise the interest rates. No rate cut, forget about it. The Fed will, in minimum, 2 until 3 times again, raise the rates in the United States. So we will come to around 7.5, meaning if you have the US dollar, you have a US bank account, Just open a bank account, buy dollar, let it there. Don't touch it, because then every year you get 7.5% interest rates for that. But until 2025, 2026. At the moment, you get interest rates for it, for that money at around 5.5%. But though these people, these meme stockers, they don't understand it. Now, the background is, if the producer price index rises and increases, imagine you have a company. You are in a recession time. That means the inflation means everything has been expensive. So your employers want more loans or they go away. You have two possibilities. You fire them or you pay. For those you pay, you need to pay more money. And now you have another problem. The problem is your company, what is producing, cannot sell as much products as it had done in the past because people have no money or less money. We have inflation. So the people cannot buy your products. Got it? So this is the reason, number one. Number two, now the faster GameStop started to rise, the faster it will crash, but this time not again to the price of 10. It will go far below, I think, to 50 cents, 40 cents. But don't sell this market at this moment. There are two dangers. Dangers number one is the GameStop market is only, or the stock is traded mainly by retail traders. So no fundamentals, not interesting for big traders. You need to wait. And after the last data, inflation data has been released, then watch closely the stock. And then if the market opens, it cannot rise higher. You can risk a sell. That will be something good because we are preparing to sell that stock. It would be profit margin of around 700 to 1,000%. So if we sell the stocks, we sell it very aggressively, very heavy. So that's the reason we wait until that stock is going a little bit higher, and then we will short it like we did with MSTR, market strategy of Michael Saylor. That has been gaining as promised, and we started to sell the stock again. So the third number now are the PPI X Food Energy Trade, PPI X Food Energy Trade MOM, and Energy and Trade, all up. Meaning forecast for food energy it's becoming much more expensive. And we have also two other numbers. The first one is the producer price change that increased on 2.2% year on year in April compared to the last year, April of 2023. And then the Red Book Index in the United States, that is a manager index, is much more fundamental than the other one, this optimism bullshit, increased by 6.3%, meaning now the big managers are expecting inflation going higher, meaning, and we are talking about top managers, right, who are 24-hour in business economy, and inflation and interest rates are the bread and butter. And they say now, or the Red Book Index average now 3.60 from 2005, that was the highest level, and reaching an all-time high of 21.90% on November the 2021. And now this number is again at all-time highs. So this is the reason now the market is expecting. Now we are talking also about Powell that's speaking at this moment. We go to gold. So S&P, NASDAQ to me is short, definitely short. In gold, the gold price was a little bit firmer as the US inflation report mixed a bag because of that optimism index. So currently the gold started a bull run to break above 2,345, reaching 2,349. The next level will be and stopped at breaking 2,354. If it's breaking higher, it will go to around 2,364, but it doesn't seem that it's doing it. So, but currently gold has a little bit other fundamental data. So today in Asia, for example, we need to see that gold and silver prices are modestly up and go hand in hand, right? So in overnight news, Japanese bond yields, the treasury bonds, are nearing now the 1% mark amid to the Bank of Japan's effective slight tightening of its monetary policy, meaning the Bank of Japan is going now for the first time in 30 years to hike or raise the interest rates. And therefore, it's affecting also the bond yields, and the bond traders start also to buy gold as a safe haven. So because they need to produce money, right? So especially the big traders. And the key outside markets now today see the US dollar index near steady. We go to the dollar. All the dollar are very, very important and are bullish, but at this moment we see that the US dollar started a correction and now starts to move up. And guys, if you have been all my videos, I will show you something very interesting. The VIX, the volatility. After many days of rising down, finally the VIX now started to bottom, and the VIX is now starting to go higher, guys. You know exactly what that means. And if you don't know, look again my VIX videos. So we go to NASDAQ first. So NASDAQ going because of some expectations of earnings and those meme stocks at this moment higher. Powell speaking at this moment. And then we have tomorrow also the next data. So meaning NASDAQ goes then hand in hand as with S&P and Russell. And interestingly, Powell said that economy has been performing very well. US economy has a very strong labor market. The households are good in shape financially. What does that mean? That means we still have inflation, but the economy is boosting higher and higher because everybody is doing well. And it means I will not cut the rates. He said also signs of gradual cooling in the labor market with supply demand getting it better in balance. Inflation in quarter one was notable from lack of further progress. That's a very important statement. He said, for example, we didn't expect a smooth road on inflation. We have to be patient and let policy do its work. What does it mean? I will not cut the rates, and if necessary, we will raise the cuts more and more. He also said, for example, we expect continued GDP growth 2% or better. The market is expecting rate cuts. Powell is not going to cut the rates. Instead, he wants to raise them. And he says, yes, we have very high inflation, we have very high rates. Why should I do that? The economy is doing well. He said, for example, we expect the labor market to continue rebalance, but remain strong. The market wrote in the newspapers, what did I tell you guys? Can you remember? The fake news media wrote, everybody is rate cutting, hoping, oh, labor market going down, unemployment claiming, now we will have rate cuts. And it's not happening. What did I tell you? They tell you bullshit. If you search for the news on Google or so, you find no news, guys. Why? Manipulated. Everything is manipulated, guys. They don't want you to know the truth, guys. The fake news media. Wake up. And I told you again, share these videos, my videos, with your friends too. Just don't watch it yourself. Also show it to others. It's not because I get more viewers. I don't earn nothing of my YouTube channel, right? So from today, I can, for example, stop making videos. But I know how the business is running. My point of view is something else. The more people get the real honest view and news and tricks of the markets, guys, your friends, for example. If you are a good friend, you are protecting your friends, guys. Don't you? Otherwise, you can't tell that you are good friends because you are expecting the same that your friends are doing to you too. Don't they? This is the reason. Share these videos. Why? Because there are a lot of people out there who are manipulated, brainwashed, and they are losing money, guys. If they are getting awaked, one day this bullshit starts to stop. We don't want people lose their money. We want them becoming much more wealthier to win. But we can't do it all together, hand in hand. I have a good source, a lot of good sources. I know a lot of this business. This is my part to help. Your part is you learn trading and also share your new knowledge with others too. And then they need to do the same, guys, right? So, Paul said also expect inflation will move back down. Expect inflation move down back to levels more like last year. So below 3%. And now the expectations are we are about going above 3.5%. And at the end he says, my confidence in inflation moving back down is lower than it was. His last sentence. Again, Jerome Powell said, my confidence in inflation moving back down is lower than it was. The Fed wants inflation at 2%. And he says, I don't believe it. And you please don't ask me to cut the rates, guys. I don't believe it. We can go there. No, rate cuts won't help. No way. But maybe we should raise the cuts 2 times, 3 times. The Fed is willing to take every necessary step. So if 3 times are not enough, then maybe 10 times, if necessary. Inflation target. You gotta see why it's leading to. The Fed will raise their interest rates. And the news media hiding it. They try to write the news, for example, U.S. economy has been performing well, and yes, it said that. Or Jerome Powell speaking to the Foreign Bankers Association and blah, blah, blah. But they don't tell you reading between the lines, right? So we see now the Ethereum started to get down. We see here Solana start to get down. See, look at this. Then Bitcoin going to the ground, guys. Look at this, coming high again, but going down again. So let me check what price it might be. In a downtrend, you wait just for the pullback to sell again. So you need to manage your money very well, okay, very slowly, not to jump very, very immediately, right, very, very slowly. And that's the way we are trading with the market, right, the market down. And the better is, look, for example, this is the test of the market. Fundamentals are down, trend is down. And now some scalpers, look how the price rises fast, higher, higher, higher. And that makes you a little bit scared, right? This is the test of the market, guys. You must stay strong to your concept, to your trading plan. You are short, the market comes back to you, stay like a man, as steel, strong. And tell the market, fuck you, you cannot test me. We are short, fundamentals are short, Fed will raise the interest rates, and fake news media tell me lies. Go fuck yourself. I sell you much more again. So, boom. And the market cannot trap you guys, right? Technical indicators are made by people. I tell you again, fundamental side of the market is 99% that matters. Technical trading analysis, trading like you have learned, chart and blah, blah, is just 1%. It's just timing, right? And therefore, it's very important what we will see, so our wishful thinking, and also it's very important to understand and to accept the reality, right? So, and the reality is, for example, this, right? So normally should gold go down, so it's going technically higher, safe haven is the first reason. The second one is gold started to fall first, a little bit cheaper. Gold has value, yes, gold has a lot of values, It's not like GameStop or Bitcoin or some valueless assets like Bitcoin. Ethereum, Solana, for example, they have good values, right? So it's not meaning that all cryptos are valueless. But if we compare, we can see that your trading indicators say, okay, this is the fundamental. My trading indicator saying gold is going up, right? So then in this case, follow your trading indicator until the trading indicator runs again in the same direction as the fundamentals, right? That's very important. So meaning you need to catch the trends of the market, and you need also to take your time. You need to wait, right, in which direction the market is running and why. So there are a lot of ups and downs in the market, and therefore we must wait. We must wait first to see what the market is doing, to take our time, and then we can get in the market, right? So have a good day, have a good trading day.